I've been avoiding this conversation for far too long, and I can't put it off any longer. The time has come to finally tell you the truth. For far too long, I've carried this burden with me, and I now realize that it's unfair to keep you in the dark. The weight of my silence has been heavy, but I can no longer ignore it. I know that my sudden departure left you with so many unanswered questions. You've probably wondered why I vanished without giving you the answers you so rightly deserved. And for that, I'm deeply sorry. I know that you have been patient, strong, and resilient in your own right, waiting for this explanation. I owe it to you to be honest. You've waited long enough to hear the truth, and I need to give it to you. You deserve to understand why I walked away, why I disappeared, and why I left without closure. I left you in confusion, pain, and heartache, and you deserve to know the full story. I can no longer let the silence fester. The weight of my choices has stayed with me, and I realize now that my silence only made things worse. I had hoped that time would erase the hurt, that it would fade into the past, but I was wrong. The truth has a way of lingering, and it grows heavier with each passing day. What I'm about to reveal to you may not be easy to hear, but it's time. No matter how difficult, it's time to be honest and open. The truth is, I left you without giving you the whole story. I didn't explain my departure or offer you the clarity you deserved. And for that, I deeply regret the pain I caused you. But I can't run from the truth anymore. It's time I let you in on why I made the decisions I did, even though they hurt you, even though they broke us apart. I understand that what I'm about to say may bring you more pain, but you deserve to hear it, as hard as it may be. I walked away because, in that moment, I believed there was no other choice. I convinced myself that leaving was the only way forward. It wasn't because of anything you did or didn't do. It wasn't because I stopped loving you. The truth is, I believed there was something else I had to do, something I was responsible for, and I thought it would be wrong to stay with you while I carried that responsibility. That burden has haunted me every day since. Today, I'm here to release that burden and offer you the full truth. You deserve to hear why I left, and I owe it to you to explain. Let me start by saying that it was not you, divine feminine, who drove me away. It wasn't because of our love or the life we were building together. The truth is, I left because of a lie, an illusion that was created to manipulate me. All of a sudden, divine feminine, the third party came into the picture, and she told me that she was pregnant with my child. When she said those words, everything changed. It felt like the ground beneath me crumbled, and the very foundation of my life was shaken to its core. The idea of becoming a father overwhelmed me, and it consumed every thought. I couldn't think clearly. I was filled with fear, anxiety, and guilt. The thought of a child, my child, coming into this world flooded my mind, and I couldn't escape it. I didn't want to tell you, divine feminine, because I feared it would shatter your heart. I feared that revealing this news to you would break you, and I couldn't bear the thought of causing you that kind of pain. I wanted to protect you from the hurt I thought was coming. So, in my fear, I convinced myself that leaving was the only way to handle this situation. I thought I had to step up and take responsibility. I thought I needed to be there for her, even though it meant walking away from the love we shared. At that moment, I felt like I was trapped between two worlds. I felt like I was being pulled in two different directions, toward a life I didn't want to choose, and away from the life I loved with you. I thought I had to give up everything we had in order to do what I believed was the right thing. I thought that stepping away from you, disappearing from your life, was the noble thing to do. I thought that by doing so, I could make things right. But I wasn't thinking clearly. In my confusion, fear, and guilt, I made a rash decision. I panicked. Instead of confronting the situation head on, instead of talking to you, I allowed my emotions to drive me. I let fear dictate my actions. I didn't stop to ask myself if I was making the right choice. I didn't consider the fact that I was leaving the one person who truly understood me, the one person I loved deeply. All I could think about was the responsibility I felt towards someone else, someone who I thought needed me. What I'm about to tell you, Divine Feminine, is something I've been holding back for a long time. And it's going to shock you. The truth is that everything I believed about that pregnancy was a lie. The third party was never pregnant. There was never a child. It was all a carefully crafted web of manipulation designed to deceive me. She wasn't carrying my child. There was no pregnancy, no child. Now, I know how hard that may be to believe, but it's the truth. The entire situation was built on a lie. I was manipulated into believing that I had to choose her, that I had to step up for a child that didn't exist. I let her deceit pull me away from you. I let her control me with the idea of becoming a father, and I was too blind to see it for what it was. Looking back, I can see it now. She used the idea of a child to drive a wedge between us. Her plan was to create a false reality that would force me to walk away from the love we shared. And tragically, I fell for it. I allowed myself to be caught in her web, and in doing so, I caused you pain. I walked away from the only person who truly mattered in my life, all because I believed a lie. You deserve the truth, Divine Feminine. You deserve to know everything that happened, and I owe it to you to explain the full story. I need you to understand that I never wanted to hurt you. Hurting you was never my intention. But in my weakness and confusion, I made a decision that caused you heartache. Everything I did because I was trapped in a lie. I didn't act out of malice or because I no longer loved you. I acted because I was deceived into believing something that wasn't true. I made a terrible mistake, and for that, I am deeply sorry. Not a day goes by that I don't wish I had seen through it sooner, that I didn't leave you in the first place. If only I had been stronger, clearer, and more honest with myself. But I can't change the past. All I can do now is offer you the truth and hope that you can understand why I made the choices I did. I also need to acknowledge something else, Divine Feminine. You've been so focused on the pain I caused, on the betrayal of my departure, but I also need you to understand that I've been suffering too. This burden has been weighing on me for far too long. The guilt, the regret, and the sorrow I carry are immense. I know that I took the easy way out by leaving. I know that I should have stayed and fought for us. I should have trusted you and trusted in our love. But fear clouded my judgment, and I didn't give us the chance we deserved. The truth is, I've spent so much time punishing myself for walking away, and it's time I stop. It's time for me to release the guilt and step into the light of truth. I want you to know, more than anything, that I never stopped loving you. The love we shared was real, and it still is. Even though I walked away, I never stopped carrying that love in my heart. And now, as I move forward, I want to talk about something else. Something that's been on my mind for some time. I know it may seem out of place, but bear with me for a moment. Let's talk about your finances. October marks a pivotal moment for financial renewal, Divine Feminine. This is a time to take a closer look at your financial situation and make some important changes. This month, you're challenged to reassess your financial habits. It's a perfect time to take a step back and reflect on the way you've been managing your money. It's a great opportunity to reassess your spending, saving, and investing habits, and to consider how you can make better financial decisions moving forward. Your goal should be to cultivate growth towards stability. Financial stability is more attainable than you realize. October offers the perfect chance for you to focus on creating a stronger, more secure financial future. It's time to break free from the mental blocks and limiting beliefs about money that may be holding you back. Sometimes, our own negative patterns and beliefs are the biggest obstacles in our financial lives. Let go of the thoughts that say you can't achieve financial abundance. This month, you have the chance to free yourself from those limitations and start moving toward prosperity. A more prosperous future is within your reach. October brings the energy of change, transformation, and renewal. If you embrace this moment, you'll see that a better financial situation is closer than you think. Now is the time to make smart decisions and build a foundation for financial success. As you navigate this transformative period, remember that self-discipline, careful planning, and strategic decision-making are essential. These are the principles that will guide you toward building wealth and securing your future. By the end of October, you will see tangible changes in your financial landscape. Expect improved clarity about your money and better budgeting skills. As you let go of old habits and make more strategic decisions, you'll start to see your financial situation shift for the better. The work you put in now will pay off in the long run. Divine Feminine. The effort you make today will yield results tomorrow. This is the month to build the future you want, both in love and in life.